Start recording. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Come on in. Beautiful sunny day here in the southeast of England. How are you today? Come on in. Let's doodle a Nordic gnome day 5. Welcome to the SHAC. It's good to have your company. Come on, I know you're there. Shut the door, there's a draft. Heating's on. It's got a very, very wintry feel about it today here in England. What about you? I hope it's not raining where you are again. Come on in, bring your tea. Good morning, I can see you. Good to have your company. Stuart's in the building with you as well, which is great. Hi, everybody. Good morning. We are enjoying these gnomes, aren't we? Be good, do good, feel good. Did you see? Linda Williams used a silly song. Did you see that that lady? I don't know whether she was speaking Dutch or I don't know what language it was. I don't know. But it's on Facebook. Grace put it up as an announcement so we could go to it straight away. You got to see it. Where she makes a Christmas tree out of her hair. It is so funny. I rolled up. And the thing is, I couldn't understand what she was saying. It was all goody, 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 goody. So you don't see it coming. It's very, very funny. So if you need a good laugh, go to the announcements on Clarity Worldwide and have a look. It's bloody funny. I practiced it last night. I actually got a little bottle. My hair's nowhere near as long as hers. But I thought, Grace, she's got hair right down here, so she's going to give it a go. She's got a mane. It's really funny. So I tried it last night and I sent Grace and Linda a photo. It was good. I'm going to have to practice a bit. If we're going to do that on Christmas Day for a lark, either my hair's got to grow another 6 inches or I'm going to have to put a lot of hairspray in. Come on in. It's great to have your company. And I'm just, I really shouldn't be doing this because you know what happens when I start fiddling with the knobs, so to speak. Come on in. Stuart's in the building with you today, so he'll be able to answer any of your questions if you have any. And it's hour 152 in the SHAC. Safe, happy and creative. Stay home and craft. And last week and this week we've been doodling our Nordic gnomes, our 3 little fellas. Be good, do good and feel good. And today we're gonna be adding the white to their outfits. And it's weird because I thought that'd be a piece of cake, but that's the bit that I think, because I'm so pleased with where I'm at. You know that whole get off the bus when you think you're done? I'm so happy with my results so far with these 3 little fellas in red that I think, do I want to go and possibly botch it? But then I thought, get over it, Gray. In the name of art for art's sake, we'll give it a go. And apart from that, I've got 2. So I've got one good one and one ready to experiment with. Yeah. Come on in. Rainy painting. Is it wainy? Gloomy in the Berkshire Downs. It's all right down here. This is when Linda Williams and I, we always have a bit of banter. And if it's raining here, it's guaranteed to be raining in Wales. Okay, as sure as my name's Barbara Gray, it'll be raining in Wales, and it always is. I said, well, you should move down here. And she said, have you looked at the price of houses in the southeast of England? I said, tell me about it. We're still paying, and we will be paying, according to my calculations, if I live to be 180, I'll still be paying for this house. 180. Come on in. It's all good. Now, what's happening today? Oh yeah, I'm going to my mum's after this, which is why I've got this gear on. Honestly, this is madness how much weight I'm putting on. You know, I like this top. I like this dress. I bought it. I remember I bought it in Germany when we were doing a TV show in Düsseldorf. And I thought, it was big. I bought it and it was like, you know, room to spare. And I've eaten my way into it. You couldn't squeeze another mince pie in here. I mean, with the mic pack, in my defence, I have got like a mic pack, like a car battery attached to my skirt, right? So that does make it a bit tighter here. I mean, if you stuffed a car battery up the back of your top, it would get tighter, wouldn't it, at the front? Rainy Wiltshire, pouring with rain. Oh, wow. The good news is it's dry indoors. And I've got the best news. Right, I wrote this down. Save the Children Fund. Thank you. You won't believe, right? So Save the Children Fund. We're about to send a cheque off for a fantastic, a phenomenal, a fabulous, and it's your money, £3,400. That's how much. That's the entire proceeds for all those jumpers, those jumper stamps, you know, because it was Christmas jumper day on Friday. Isn't it amazing what we can do when we get together? And yeah, £3,400. And we're going to just drop it in the donations box. We're not going to make a big fuss about it. Why would you? Hey? It's not about that, is it? It's about we know that we've done it. You know, we know, don't we? Isn't that great? Brilliant, actually. And Jason, he made all the jumpers with a spring in his step because it was for something good, you know. Yeah, and it was a real team effort at work, you know, pre-packing, cleaning the stamps, all the jobs that need doing around sending out an order. Everybody had a real good feel about it, a good feel good, you know, because it is altruistic and we don't do it for any other reason than it, you know. I learned a long time ago the reward for doing something good or being kind or doing the right thing, the reward for that is it. That is just the reward, is doing the right thing and being good, you know. It's all right. So I was really excited to tell you how much we made together. Cool, huh? Very cool. Yeah. I always say, you know, together we're a lot stronger. You're phenomenal. I'm not bad. But together we're a lot stronger than the sum of our parts. So now it's a right old mess in here. Oh, and the poor little cats. Let's get it started and I'll tell you about the kittens. The nutters. They had the snip yesterday. And the vet said, oh, they're going to be a little bit, you know, they're going to be a little bit subdued. And I thought, well, you would be, wouldn't you, if you had your bits cut off? But he said they'll be a little bit subdued for the next couple of days and they'll probably sleep a lot. Yeah, right. They were like lunatics yesterday. I don't know whether it was the anaesthetic or whatever, but we've got an island in the kitchen and they were going around this island like Formula One racing drivers, vroom, 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 and then doing wheelies when they got whee, and then round the corner, cartwheels, flips. They were this all evening. It was wearing, right, to watch. And we were thinking, oh my God, they're going to hurt themselves. We couldn't even catch them to slow them down. They were like that. This morning, different story. They're like that. Poor little sausages. They're absolutely cream cracker. They're lying in the kitchen. You know, if you could do little speech bubbles, Ragnar saying to Eric, what happened there? That was one hell of a ride, bro. I feel really bad for them. Yeah, they're sitting on separate chairs like that. What happened? And now they've figured out that they're missing little bits. So they're very subdued today, that's for sure. Right, come on, let's start. Let's finish up these gnomes, shall we? These Nordic gnomes, we love them. Right, so I've got two sets, see? And it's really weird. I don't know why I've been so apprehensive about applying the white to them. You know, I know why, because I really like them and I don't want to botch them. But it's okay. In the name of science, I'm going to hang on to that one for best. I'll tell you why, because we want to make little postcards and stickers out of them. That's why. I don't want to muck it up. But this one's the one that we're going to move forward with on the bus. How's that sound? Right. Quick recap so we know where we're going. That was where we started, right? Be good, do good, feel good, and then we got his tea thing, which was hilarious. Then I practiced different patterns, which is what we're going to do today. Then the one we did in real time was this one, and because we made the line and we realized the secret to the whole thing was popping the noses above that line. That was what gave us the right ratio, top and bottom, and then of course the line ended up giving us that idea. Hey ho, so that's why we've got that there now. He's feel good, he's got a message, right? And then we reduced it, didn't we? So then what we did was we halved it by 50%, and we took that great big picture, we halved it by 50%, vroom, noses, same sketch, same ratio, but we reduced it by half. And then we were able to look, noses, pop them in, and straight away it becomes a card rather than the side of a bus, okay, a mural. I know it's a mural, don't correct me. Right, see, and then we put him in, so we had a little bit of a modifying thing going on, because to start with, the one in the middle, old Do Good, Do Good, he had a full on beard, didn't he? And then when because you change things as you go along, then we decided, no, we'd just give him one of those massive moustaches so that we can put something on his kit, on his outfit. Right, so we did that. That was that. Oh yeah, so now, yeah, and then we went from there, we transferred it to a bit of paper, to card. Do you remember the card blanks? We took a 5 by 5 inch card blank, didn't we? And we folded it in half, cut it on the fold. Bob's your uncle, your ankle. Bob's your ankle, and Fanny's your aunt. Now, why would she be Fanny? Okay, so that card blank is what we're using at the front here. Okay. Right, okay, done that. Quick catch up. Now we're on to the next thing. So all these things are very important if you want to replicate it, aren't they? So let's go now. So then I started, because I didn't want to commit, I started working on a piece of tracing paper with all my different patterns, see? So this worked really well. I couldn't make my mind up though, and I came to the conclusion, after I tried all different ones, right? I tried loads of different ones, and I came to the conclusion, look, that the best thing to do is keep it simple. See all the different patterns? Look, it's so cool. There are loads of different ideas here. Need to keep it on the black to see them though. So let me take these glasses off. Let me put my Dame Edna's on, and then we'll have a go. Right, commit, Gray. Are you ready for this? Is it only me that's nervous? What's wrong with me? I don't know whether it's like I don't know whether it's anxiety coming in. Who gives a monkeys about the embroidery on these hats? I mean, is it that important? So, right, so what we'll do is we'll use this as that. This is what you have to do with art. You have to emotionally detach from it like that, right? And then that way, if it doesn't go the way you want it, you're not heartbroken, you know? I'm learning that with pottery, believe you me. You can't emotionally attach yourself to artwork until it's behind glass and on the wall, really. Because it could always go woo-woo, couldn't it? Anyway, what is it? It's a little bit of card. It's a card blank, look, with a couple of hours attached to it. There's nothing here that can't be done again, okay? So detach from it and enjoy the ride. You'll enjoy the ride if you go, it is what it is, and I'm going to learn, you know? Having said that, we have got a bit of a safety net. Have you got a bit of tracing paper? Come on, I'm not gonna tell you not to use tracing paper. That would be absurd. Because we've got to get a little bit of a... You've got to get your eye in first. If you go straight to it, this is my opinion, right? And opinions are like noses, and we've all got one. But personally, I want to practice a little bit and get my pressure right on the pen. And so, you know, I've always got a piece of card somewhere. In fact, on this particular occasion, I can't find it now, but where did I put that? Because here, look, that's how paranoid I am. Yeah. Oh, she's oozing with confidence. Not. I even drew another hat to see what it looked like. And I'm glad I did, because by the time I'd finished with it, it looked more like a skull and crossbones, which was not what I wanted. Solution, well, so I figured out with this, heart way too big on the rim. Don't like putting the dots at the ends. That looks like skull and crossbones. So, and the hearts just look like blobs. So aren't I glad that I didn't do that on my masterpiece? See? And I learnt loads. I learnt loads by getting it wrong. I think that's the trick, isn't it? When you do something that you're not keen on, you learn a lot. So now, let's have a go. I'm going to use a clean piece. I don't want to spend forever on this. Oh, I'll use this bit so you can see what I'm doing. And let's start with this fella, right? So what I did with him... Oh no, let's start with him. Her, the one with the plaits. Let's start with her. Right, bit of tracing paper. Sorry about this. I did have a bit of clean tracing paper, and I got everything out of the cupboard, and now I've got... Let me just get a piece of clean tracing paper, because I do know I have a plan, my friends. I did prepare. Let me just get a bit of tracing paper. Right. Okay. So this is what we'll do. Turn it over like that so it stays in place while we're working. Yeah. And we'll take a piece of masking tape like that. Stick that down. Turn it over. Right, they're not going anywhere now. Right, now we can work on them. Next stop, white pen. Posca pen, here we come. Right, I've got a new one there. Right, fat white, thin white. Do you know there's gold and silver as well? They're very good. I have to say, I don't know where the gold one is. I did try it out the other day and I thought, that's not bad. Here, look, I can't find the pen. Couldn't find anything in here. Look, gold is good. The gold and the silver are very good, see? So they're worth looking at. Look, tell me I haven't been practicing. Golly. Right. Okay. So get your pen. This is your Posca pen. And we'll do some different patterns. Okay. So the first one I want to show you, where's the one that I really liked? Because I did loads of different ones. And then oh yeah, I know what I did with this one. Yeah, this was interesting. There it is. Right. So let me show you something. If I take, yeah, let's do this. If I take the big fat one, right, the big fat pen, and I go one, I'm keeping them apart like that. Okay. Hey, actually doesn't, do you know what? That'll do. Do you see what I mean? Sometimes less is definite. No, not sometimes, mostly. Less is more. Don't you think if you just do that? I mean, seriously? And then you could put dots because she's got a stripy. Do you know, I actually think, I know that's pathetic. All that training that I did, and I actually like that best. So I may go back to that, but let me show you a couple of little things. So that is actually really nice, okay? But let's have a look. If I then took my thin one, yeah, and let's see, if I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, now I've got like a flower. Do you see? Personally, right? So just hold that thought, because that would be a nice way to decorate something else, wouldn't it? Yeah? So we've got flowers going on there too. So that's quite good. See, if you try and do it this way, like that, it works too, right? But it's a lot easier to go top 2, bottom 2, left 2, right 2. Boom. Just so you know, I've been practicing. I know this. Now, thing is, that doesn't look too Christmassy. The big dots did. So let me show you a different example. Let's just stay here, right? Let's just move him along a little bit. It's all right. I just want to move this one along a little bit. So I've got a clean piece of... Did you see how I ended up like this, can't you? This is exactly how it went, right? Oh, let's try something different. Right, let's do this one. Now this time, instead of putting a big white centre, that gives you nice flowers, let's see if we can make it look a little bit more like stars, okay? So again, this time we're only going to give a small centre and keep them apart again. That's too close probably, right? Keep them apart, like that. See, it doesn't pack such a punch this time. Can you hear me all right? Is the sound all right, Stuart? So that's just as well. I've only just looked. You know what? We're a quarter of an hour in and I've only just checked. Sorry about that. Welcome to the party. Right, now this time, again, top, bottom, right? We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? But there's not room to do 2 either side. So now we're going to go 1, 2. Perfect. Partridge, eat your heart out. Right, here you see. Let's go in tight and you can see what I'm on. Right, so now you've got the flower. Yeah, so you've got big flower, little flower. I know you're thinking, what's she on? But this is really, really cool. If we're doing white doodles, whether you do this with a black pen or a white pen, it's neither here nor there. So let me just go one more time. So you're going 2 at the top, and when you do this, hold the pen upright, perpendicular, right, like at 90 degrees rather than that. So there you go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, easy. Right, now, if I want to make this look more like a star, it only really works when you see a few of them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the other thing that I found when I was doing this is that it really helps if you count and rotate a little bit. So when you do, just move the top. If that's, let's do the top. I'm moving it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And because they're going a bit tall, it's going further away because it's getting taller and taller. So we're going to bring it in a little bit tighter and a little bit tighter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can get smaller, you see? Okay. So now what we've got here is just these simple little doodles, little doodle dot doodles on, this is Be Good, right? Personally, I'm still in love with the big dots. I've always liked polka dots. That's I love polka dot scarves and that, don't you? I think it just looks so elegant, doesn't it? I've got a black one with big cream dots. Well, not big, but you know, good enough. And then I've got a really beautiful kind of dirty rosy pink one with black dots on. That's so classy. You know, it always looks lovely, doesn't it? Dots, black dots, white dots. Yeah, nice. So now though, how do we make these look like stars? Well, let's give it a go. If I do it on black, maybe you can see it better. So you've got your dot in the middle, and then we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Barbara, come on, get with it. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good enough, right? Then what we're going to do, these are better. better, then what we're going to do is extend them, give them all legs. So if you go top like that, you watch. Star. See? So we could go back to this one, just go round, add another. So what you're doing is you're extending. One, extend, 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 and then that one's hidden. See? And then it changes it completely. And try and come in a bit tighter. See if it works if you come in a bit tighter on the extension, because these are they're quite big designs now, see? One. So you're going to keep it on a straight line, otherwise it gets pissed, to coin an expression. Right. It completely changes it, you watch. Goes from floral to Christmas in 6 easy dots. Nice. And what you'll see when you do this, look, let me show you. So we've kind of, see? Don't they look like little snowflakes? Hey? You see how you could mix it up. Well, I wonder, let's just for the sake of argument, because there's not enough room, I could go, all right then, how about we do a couple of them as well, just to put the cat among the pigeons. Yeah, that looks all right as well, see? So you could do, I'm just giving you loads of different options. So now you've got the stars, you've learnt how to do the flowers, you've got the flowers of the big centres, you've got polka dots, or you've got a bit of both. You've got a mix. Looks great too, doesn't it? All right. I love it. I really enjoyed doing this. I came in here at 8 o'clock this morning and I thought, I've got to try and find a couple more patterns, you know? And the irony of it is, my favourite one so far is just a big white fat dot. It's all right though. It's good. I wanted to be a fashion designer when I was younger, but my dad wouldn't let me. He was right. He was right. You know, in the 70s, he said, "You're an academic. Go and do an academic degree. You'll never make a living with art." That's what he said to me. You'll never make a living with art. And I really wanted to do sewing and needlework and fashion design, and yeah. So isn't it funny? And he was right, and I love him for what he told me, and he set me in good stead. He really did, because I did an academic degree. I went and did linguistics, and you know, and it set me on a wonderful path. Really, languages is wonderful, but I always have had this creative hankering. You know, that was me really, my core. And here I am in my 60s, and I'm going back to it. So maybe that's why putting dots on a big red hat turns me on, because I am, I'm an undercover fashion designer. I'll tell you what, I could definitely design a line of outsize clothes. Okay, and here we come. It's Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Right, we've done that one. Let's have a look at he was the challenge for me. I thought this one was all right. He was easy. This one was the challenge. He was the one that took me an hour this morning to be happy with. This hat. Right. What did I end up with? Let me just check. I did end up with something good. Good. I was all over this one. Oh yeah. Hearts and crosses. That was what it ended up with. That was the one that I was practicing on that hat there. Yes. But I decided to go differently. Again, we're going to keep it simple, right? You could do what you like. Golly, you're your own fashion designer. I'm just doing my thing, right? You've probably already got beautiful things going on. You're probably streets ahead of me. But, you know, for me, it's about the distraction. It's about thinking about other things, you know. And I get lost in a world of this sort of stuff. So, yeah, if you're miles ahead of me, good for you. Let me just show you this one. Right, it's fine. I just want to get the pen going again. Right. So what I thought on this one, I'll keep the black here, because what I like looks a bit like Morse code. Dash dot, dash dot, dash dot, like that. This looks really good. The thing about this one though, see, let me show you with these pens, these Posca pens, you can make it thicker and you can make it thinner. It depends how hard you press and whether you angle it a bit. That's what I noticed. See, if I go full on like we did with the dots, it's quite fat. Look, so I'm using the top of the nib. You can't see the difference probably, but if I use the side, it goes thinner. You're going to think she's getting a little bit too detailed for me in this one, but you'll see what I mean. Let me show you. See? When you hold it perpendicular, you get a really thick line. When you put it at an angle, you get a thinner line. It's that simple. And that's why we're practicing on a bit of tracing paper. So I thought, because I've got stripes in my hat, I don't know if you've got stripes, but I thought, right, so what I'm going to do on this one, see if this works. I thought this would be quite nice. I'm going to use this. This is obviously the main bit here, isn't it? So I thought, well, we're going to work with what I've got. So I thought I'd go, see if it works. Oh, I can't even get it. Let me get the ink going first. Right, ink. Like that. And you've got to really keep it tight. So it's dash, dot, dash, dot. Try and keep them dash, dot, not too long, dash, dot, not too long. That looks pretty. Keep it going. Breathe when you go. There you go. That looks cool. It will look nice. I mean, obviously we've got a muted version of it, haven't we? Because we're working on the tracing paper. But don't you agree? Wouldn't you rather do this first? Really? Wouldn't you rather do this first than go piling in and then? I mean, if you do decide to go piling in, right, and you don't like what you've got, you can scratch it off, you know. Check it out. I know, I did check. So if you need to, you can always scratch it off with your finger. So that's good to know, isn't it? That the white pen comes off the red polychromos or pergoliners. So if you don't like it, you can always scratch it off. You can make it look grungy. See? Look, maybe that'd look good. You see? If you like arty grungy, there you go, just run your fingernail over it. Then it doesn't look so stylised or so graphic. Yeah. Right, okay, let's keep going. So what I thought on this one, what did I do on this one? I had loads of, see, I tried doing that and I thought that was way too busy. Then I did the hearts and that looked just ridiculous. So in the end, I went with the crosses. There it is. See, I thought, oh, I could put crosses in like that. Look, see, that one sits exactly on there. Crosses are going up and back down the other side. But they were a bit fat and I didn't like the dots at the ends because that's what made it look like crossbones, you know, skull and crossbones. So I thought, right, okay, let's see if we can do it without the... Got to get the pen going again. Right, here we go. So I just went cross, like that, gap, cross. I know this is pathetic, isn't it? But you know what? Looks easy, not so easy. Okay, so and then if you put a dot in them, let's just put a dot in the middle. I found this easier to put a dot in, and then you can decide, do you like it with a dot? What's up to you? Or you could turn the dot into a heart. There you go, just go up and in, up and in, and then it's a heart. It's the start of our little birds again, isn't it? But this looks better like this than this looks better. That looks better than if it's got dots at the end of each one. It does. It just does. Okay. Right, so now let's get the pen going. Again, we're only working on the scrap for now, aren't we? But if we're going to, we'll put a heart there. So I'm just going to go for it here. Cross. Come on, Gray. It's because I'm trying to use the side so much. Right. Sorry I went quiet now. Oh, tense. Nervous headache. Here we go. That works. Yeah? Now, my suggestion is that we do the dash dot on the red. Look, let's do that first. Dash dot, dash dot, dash dot, dash dot. See, and then decide what you're going to do later. Build it up. One. There are loads of different possibilities. I love this. Right. Okay, so hello. I've just had another little epiphany. Okay, so say we do this one. Right, we could do a little bit. I'm not sure what to do there yet. So when in doubt, hang about. Right? See, and so you could put your little... Come on. It's because I'm using the side of the pen and it's crusting up. Right, there you go. That's it. Yeah, so we had this big delivery yesterday, you know, like online shopping. This was the closest to Christmas I could get. I mean, for crying out loud, right? No, I'm not moaning. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Thank you, Ocado. Really friendly man. Always lovely service. 8:30 at night. Do you know what I mean? We had a massive, because it's the Christmas shop, right? So it's for mum and it's for us. And I'm not very good at online shopping. You know, I tend to overbuy. It's so easy. And I fancy that. Oh, click, 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 click. And then before you know, Dave's have we got guests this Christmas? Because I could have sworn we said they weren't coming. I said, you can freeze milk, can't you? And I don't know how it happened, right? But I must have bought, you know, those great big he's so diplomatic, Dave. You know, the big, like 2 litre milk, red label for me, because, you know, skimmed. And then green label for Dave, semi-skim. Mum and Dad do semi-skim. Anyway, I looked at the counter and I said, just empty the bags, Dave. And there were about 5 of these red label 2 litres, 10 litres of milk. What am I going to... How much tea do I want to drink? Right? So I've got 10 litres of red label milk and about 10 litres of... I must have hit the button too many times. Okay. So I said, I think you can freeze it. So good job we've got a big chest freezer because it's full of milk now. Christ, it's like having a cow in the back kitchen. So we've frozen that. And then he did very diplomatically, Dave the farmer, he said, maybe next time you order a lot of milk, avoid the organic milk. Because I always think organic, you know, bit better, isn't it? Happy cow. Happy cow, right? He said, 'cause it doesn't last as long. So if it's frozen anyway, it will last. And then it says consume within a month. So now we're on milk. I've got to drink a lot of milk. And apparently you can't give cats milk. So that's that. But it just is so funny when you look, you know, I don't know what they must have thought. Whoever the picker was at Marks and Spencer's must have thought, it's like Noah's Ark. 2 of this and 2 of this and 2 of this. And then obviously she got a bit of a judge wrong. She got 10 of this and 10 of that. Yeah, so it took us about 2 hours to put it all away. It's rubbish. It's only Dave and me. And it's only my mum and dad. And my dad's got dodgy teeth, so he can't even eat much. But you never know. And then you always used to justify over shopping by saying, well, don't worry about it because you never know who's going to pop in. Well, there's no one going to pop in. There's no one's popped in since March. So all I do now is when I buy it, I just look for that little blue snowflake. Can be frozen. Can be frozen. Ideal for freezing. Ideal for freezing. If it hasn't got a blue snowflake on it, I can't buy it. Oh, God. Never mind. Now, we've come away from that, but don't you think that's going to look good? Just that. See, when you take a break and you look at it, I reckon less is more, whore. Less is more again. So we've done him, and I've got another in his chest. What did I decide on his front? There was a heart. I want to show you how to do a heart. Right, see here. Let me just decide where it's going to go, because I did it on a bit of scrap first. See, I think it would sit really nicely about there. Right, heart. Let me show you. Dot, heart. Dot, heart. There's a sequence to the dots. That's the thing. Oh, that looks quite good too. Right, so dot, heart. Right, you ready? It's like this. Start with the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, that looks all right as well. You could put buttons down here, couldn't you? Right, then go up one to the second one up and do a dot either side like that. 1, 2. Right. Okay. E, listen, you could turn that round and you could be a vicar. Right. Next one. 1 above that and 1 out. 1 above that and 1 out. Okay. So if you turn that round, that could be a tree. Now we're going to go 3 out. 1, 2, always above, 3. 1, 2, 3. And this time we'll repeat that. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? Okay, so now what we've got is a house, a roof upside down, right? A pyramid. But this time, don't worry about the middle one, leave that one, come out from the middle one and just do 2 there. 1, 2, like that. And then leave the middle one and go 1, 2, boom, heart. Ta-da! I know, pathetic, but it's so cool. And you've got to concentrate. So easy, not so easy. All the embroiderers are out there going, well, that's pretty basic, right? I know. There we are. See? Heart. 5 down the middle. I'm going to repeat it. 5 down the middle. Then you come up and you do 1 either side. Come up 1, do 2 either side. Come up, do 3 either side. Come up, do 3 either side again. Then do the 2 in the middle to do the little loops at the top. Practice on a bit of scrap first. Just saying. Just saying. Now come the trees. These are cool. Right, we're going to practice trees next. Are you enjoying this? I'm enjoying it. I tell you what, I'm enjoying it because I still haven't committed yet. I'm going to go very, very quiet when I have to put this on this. So maybe we'll do that when nobody's watching. Hey, it's hard enough, but when you've got 300 people staring, I'm going. You go first. All right, hang on a minute. Where are my trees? Trees, trees, trees. I know I did some trees. Because they came out really well. Here they are. This was the easy. See this one here. So we've got choices. Do I, oh hang on, let's come in from the top. Do I make a line and then put the tree in? Options. Or do I just go with dots? Oh, choices. I think I'm just going to go with the dots. Okay? Show you. Maybe leave a little gap if you wanted to put a line in. Right, you ready? This is one you've got to concentrate on as well. Because what you're going to do, right, we're doing it on scrap anyway, so I can't do it scrap on, then on scrap, and then on. Right, so we'll leave a little gap and we're going to make dots along the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, doesn't matter how many, they just got to be equidistant. There you go. Same distance. There he looks a bit ropey. That'll do. That'll do. Sorted. Now, concentrate, Gray. I need to lean on something. Right, okay, I'll use my finger. So what we're going to do now, let's start over here. No, let's start in the middle. So now, where do I want to start? If I'm irritating you, it's okay, just turn the volume down. It's not a problem. I don't know, I won't be offended. I used to suffer from indecision. Right, ready, here we go. Right, and now what you're going to do is go in between, like, so it's on the diagonal. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. Right, so let me do it big on here so you get it. I'm going to do it with the big fat one so you get it properly. Right, 1, these are the dots round the edge, like that. Right, boom, 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 boom. Right, then what you do is you go 1, 2, 3. See, in between. Then you go in between those two, and then you do a top one. Easy. Then you miss one. Then you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Then you miss one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. There you go. That's it. That's as easy as that. So all you do is go on the diagonal and now do it in miniature on his hat. Right, easy. And I'm going to count now. So I'm going to screw this one up. I know I am. Right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There. And then miss one. Miss one. So this is the bit where I get confused. So go down and then you go miss one and then you go right 1. Right, here we go again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Got one. Then miss one. Then 1. Cool, these got a bit tight. 2, 3. 1, 2. Got one. And then over here, where it went off the edge of the hat, miss one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and it went over the back of the hat. And then we're going to keep going. Miss one. Miss one. That's the bit that throws me, is the miss one bit. Miss one. 1, 2. There you are. And then over this side, miss one. Just stick a little dot in there. Yeah. Isn't that lovely? Right. Let's have a look. Check it out. Yeah, nice. So what we could do is do another one a bit further up. I don't think we have to overcrowd it. I think where I was going wrong was like overcooking it a bit. Let's do another line, shall we, just to get our eye in. But I don't think I want to do as many as I did on my rough, on my version 1. Right, on my Mark 1. So now I'll come up a bit further with my dots. Right, I'm going to go there, like that. Right, dot, 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 here we go. Right. 1. And I'm going to come round in a curve, same sort of curve. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not very good curve, great. Good job you're doing it on a piece of scrap. Right, that'll do. Right, here we go again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Miss one. See, they should be tighter together. It's gone wrong. Miss one. Miss one. What's to miss one? Why is that so hard? It's there, isn't it? It's because they're so far apart, it looks wrong. There we go. Right, so now what we're going to do, right, one more up here, but we'll make the dots tighter together. Like, come on, Gray, you can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. See, you can get more trees in if you tighten them up a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Miss one. What is the mental block with the miss one? I tell you what. I can understand why Josie's grids are so popular. You wouldn't want to. Do you know the groovy plates? Can you imagine? Parchers, they used to perforate and do this. Like, forget that. No wonder the groovy system's gone through the roof. This will do your head in. Right, one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, the Parchers would be good at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In my defence, I am talking and doing it at the same time. One more. 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, get the tree in, Gray. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, duh. Miss one. No, I didn't, just pretend. That'll do. I like that one. He was great. So we've got stars and polka dots. We've got crosses, and we can turn those into hearts if we like. The jury's out on that, whether you want to make that into a heart or not. All right, that's up to you. Yeah, because you've got a heart there, heart, you know, there's a connection. And then we've got the tree one there. You know, like, you don't want to do more. Maybe on her pocket, you could do whatever's in the hat, couldn't you? Or we could do polka dots. I'm tempted to do polka dots. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Starry thing on her pocket, maybe. Right, polka dots, I think it is for her. Got it? Oh, stretch. It's exciting, isn't it? Dressing 3 little gnomes. Oh dear, oh dear. Be all right. I've got some fantastic news. Yeah, yesterday. Maybe that's why I'm in such high spirits. Yeah, because I got a phone call yesterday from my parents' doctor, and or the surgery, the nurse, and she was, you know, very, very excited, and they're getting their COVID jabs on Saturday morning, the first, you know, and I guess it's one thing you hear the theory that this is what they're going to do, they're rolling this out, especially because Mum and Dad are in Medway, which is the worst area in the UK at the moment, and you know, and so to get a phone call that says, yep, you know, 10 to 9 in the morning, Mum and Dad need to be at a certain place with their left arms open, free, and, you know, and it was like, what it does is it kind of gives you that hope that there is a solution. It is working. You know, one thing hearing it on the television, and you look at the tier and you think, well, I'm right down the food chain, you know, and then you think, well, Mum and Dad are more important because they're vulnerable, you know, they're in their 80s. And then you think, wow, there's 65 million people in this country or something. You know, what are the chances of getting it this side of 2021, you know? I mean, like, next year. And so to get that phone call was a real, like, it was like winning the lottery, you know? It was, I mean, I hope that it doesn't, you know, I hope it will be fine. It will be fine. My brother will take them there and it will be fine. And it's, you know, the van's going to turn up and everything's going to be great. But the point I'm making is it shows that the theory, what we're hearing, they're rolling it out now. It's working. It's not just one 93-year-old lady, you know, that they've filmed on television so that the rest of us can all go, I wonder when it'd be my turn. You know, and then they say, well, don't, you know, don't get excited. We will contact you. Well, here's the news. They do, you know. And what was even more like, wow, they'd called my parents first and they hadn't got to the phone in time. So then they called my number because my number was on their file, and I got to the phone in time. And I thought, blimey, if I hadn't answered my phone, does that mean that would have been them? It's like, oh, next, you know, we've made 2 phone calls, they haven't responded, down the list, you know, because I mean, these got to be like hen's teeth, these vaccines at the moment. So that's a really, really good thing, you know. And I guess, you know, it makes you realise, if you're wondering why I'm so, you know, good today, I think it's obvious, isn't it? You know? And it isn't over by a long haul. We know that too, you know. But it's starting now, the recovery process. We're living in the solution now. Up until now, we've been living in the problem. And it's all been about the problem. And oh my God, and it's getting worse, and it's getting worse. And now we're all going shopping, and it's going to get even worse. You know, so we're all living in this perpetual problem. And then I get this phone call, and it's like, there's a light. There's hope. And now we seem to be actually also running parallel. We're running parallel with a solution. And that really, you know, I want to tell you that because I know a lot of you will be getting those phone calls. A lot of you will be getting those letters through the post now. You know, be vigilant, expect a call, because we nearly missed it because we automatically thought, 65 million, we're well down the food chain. You see, nearly missed it. So just, you know, isn't that fabulous? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so we're living in the solution now. We're living in the solution. Just hold that thought. Now, back to me gnomes. So we've done the three patterns, haven't we? I know, and you're thinking, well, she still hasn't touched the red. I know, But we've done the patterns, and I think it would make much better sense for us to just settle down. And then we're going to take this, right, and then we'll transfer it. So you know what you've decided on doing. You hold it in place like that, and then between now and Friday, just transfer it. Take the white, you know, decide what you want to do. Make sure you're happy with it. See? And if you're not happy, get another bit of scrap, get another piece of tracing paper, have another go. And then you're going to take your pen and you don't have to transfer it, you know, dot for dot, but it will remind you of where you want to put the lines, where you want to put the dots, where you want to put the crosses. If your stars, for example, here are too close together, you'll know when you go down here, you move that one over a little bit. This is your guide. This is your template. If your heart is hanging on his feet, move it up a bit. Do the first 5 down the centre, up a little bit. You see? You'll be able to adjust according to your template, which is great, isn't it? And then what we're going to do on Friday, this is just, I wanted to just explain it. Now, where's that piece of paper? Yeah, here you go. So I just want to show you. I've done it already on another bit of tracing. What would I do without tracing paper? I thought this would look so cool, and we can do this, right? I took a ruler and a pencil and a bit of tracing paper over the top, right? And you could use the same one as you've done this on. But I just wanted to explain that what I've done is I came in one line. We could do this together, but what you've got to do is decide which pattern are you going to use around the outside. Do you want to do the trees? Do you want to figure out a pattern, right? And we're going to make I'll show you how to make a parallel border all the way around. We'll do that on Friday. And then we're going to make a border, and we'll do it on our masterpiece. We'll do it on our masterpiece. Yeah, I'm going to work it out on here. See, I like the dots like that and the big hearts. And then I thought what would look really nice, it's easy, crosses like that, right? And you could do the dots. We're going to do it in black because obviously we're working on white, right? So we're going to make a black heart, colour it in red. Then we're going to do hearts. So this is what I want to do, just keep it simple. But you could do loads of different, I mean, you know, we're good at we're experts. Well, if there are any experts in the building, you could make little boxes, you know, like we did before. You can make boxes. You can put a cross in one and a heart in another. Maybe you feel better doing boxes, right? But what I'm going to do, actually, I quite like the boxes. What I'm going to do is make a frame on this. When you come in on Friday at 10 o'clock, we're going to make a pencil frame round here with boxes. Let's make the boxes, and then we'll do crosses and hearts or trees or whatever you fancy, because you'll be experts at that by then, because you will have transferred these to our little fellas. And then we can do the frame, and we'll do the writing in here, and then Friday our be good, do good and feel good will be completed, and that will bring us to our natural conclusion, I think, with our little people. I just really enjoyed doing this. This was such a pleasure because they're just so fun, you know, and not so hard either. And I think that's cool. That's important. The only thing I would say is that moving forward, right, if you got a chance, if you haven't got these yet, pop them in your poppet. Pop your poppets in your basket, because this is where I want to go over the next few months. This is really pretty. Lisa did this. And the thing about these is, I'd really like to get my teeth into one of these with you. And one of the, you see, they come as really top quality postcards. We printed these ourselves as well. This is the Marina Fedetova artwork, and you'll see every image has got a large one and a small one. The large one is just a beautiful colouring exercise, and the small one is the one I want to doodle around. So this is the one where we put the frame round and we do the landscape. You know, that's where we're gonna, and there are loads of them. There are 6 in each pack, so every single one has got a large one and a small one. See? Look, so really lovely. And this is a really good quality card as well. So you can use it for watercolour, which would be nice if we fancy doing that. And we're going to be hanging out in the SHAC for many days to come. Many days to come. Yeah? Just because they're rolling out the vaccines, that doesn't mean that it's safe quite yet, does it? And apart from that, it's enjoyable. It's enjoyable. I spoke to Jim yesterday evening. And I said, you know, it's funny, Monday, Wednesday and Friday, I get up, I've got a spring in my step, I know where I'm going, I've got my routine, I know exactly what I'm doing. Tuesdays and Thursdays, when we don't get together, I'm a little bit more rudderless. Like I'm not sure what to do. You know, it's so weird. You know, I have to stick to my list on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, I'm like that. I've got a spring in my step and I know what I'm doing. And I said to him, you know, if I was going to get despondent, it would be on a Tuesday or a Thursday. It wouldn't be on a Monday, Wednesday or Friday. So thank you for that. Right, that'll do for today. Stuart, thank you for your help. Don't forget to get your poppets. And again, big pat on the back, big group hug for our amazing contribution to Save the Children. It's teamwork makes the dream work, doesn't it? Lots of love. Stay safe. Listen out for the phone call because you never know. And you don't want to miss it. All right. Lots of love. Bye-bye now.